Yo, what's up guys, it's King Sean here, and today we're going to be talking about the Terry McLaurin press conference, or his little media scrum that he just had while I'm recording this video. It just ended like 5-10 minutes ago, so I want to talk about it, took some notes, and I'll just say, I loved how transparent Terry was in the press conference. He gave us a lot of stuff that we were wondering about his contract situation, how the negotiations have been going, and he had this media scrum right after his Eastern Motors commercial. You guys all know it. So the media was there and they had the chance to talk to Terry, ask him about his contract situation. So we will be jumping right into that right now. All right, so the number one thing that Terry expressed during this presser is his disappointment and frustration with how the process has gone thus far. It's been disappointing for him because he feels like they don't kind of value him or underappreciate him a little bit. And that's because Terry, his agent, and the front office haven't really talked in about a month. Terry said that in his presser, which is insane to me. Like, no communication with Terry and his agent for a month. That is kind of crazy. Now, it is summer break for the NFL, right? I mean, players, even coaches, front office members, they are out, enjoying their time, vacating, right? Getting away from football. So maybe that's it. Terry himself even went to Italy with his wife and, to get away for a little bit, right? So that may be the reason why they haven't talked in so long, but still a month. That is kind of crazy. Like a month without much communication. That isn't ideal. He's been in touch with many teammates like Jaden, Jeremy Reeves, other guys as well, and they have his support. Like, they support him, they support his process, they understand his value to the team. Like, Terry's value to the team, it's not only about what he does on the field, it's also about how he represents in the locker room. He is a leader in the locker room. He is one of the faces of the franchise. He was the face of the franchise for years, right, until Jaden came along, and obviously now he's the face of the franchise. So Terry means more than just a play on the field for this franchise. Terry talked about his age and that potentially being a factor into these contract negotiations. He said that he's not slowing down. He hasn't missed a game in 5 years, and I actually think that's really important. That's something that people don't really talk about a bunch. Terry hasn't missed a game since the 2020 NFL season. He missed only one game that season, I'm pretty sure. In his rookie year, he missed 2 games, and over the past 4 years, he's played in every single game, which is unbelievable, right? So Terry's never hurt. He always stays healthy. He's consistent, reliable. All of those things are reasons on Terry's side as to why he feels like he should get paid what he believes he should get, right? Now, we won't know like what each side wants. We don't know what Terry wants. We don't know what the Commanders want, right? Because Adam Peters and the front office's job is to do what's best for the team. Do what's best for the team's future. And obviously Terry, he's got to do what's best for himself, right? This is his last opportunity to get paid as much money as he wants. Like, it's his last opportunity to get a big bag, which is why he's trying to get as much money as he can, right? Which, I don't blame him for that, right? Like, I'm all about players getting their money, but, at the same time, you don't want to overpay for Terry, right? But still, he deserves his money. The question is, how much? And then Terry talked about how he has not considered a trade yet when he was asked about potentially playing for another team, and he hasn't considered a trade yet because he wants to be here. He said it himself in his presser. He wants to be here, and we knew that, right? Like, we made it to the NFC Championship game last year after going 4 wins the previous season, going to the NFC Championship game, upsetting the 1 seed Lions on the road, winning 12 games for the first time since the early 90s. Like, Terry doesn't want to go. He wants to be here. He's built a great connection with Jaden, and he does not want to go. Like, he wants to be here. He bought a house with his wife here in the DMV area. I'm pretty sure Ashburn, somewhere around there, right? So he wants to be here. He does not want to be traded. But he did also say that it takes 2 to tangle, right? It takes 2 to get a deal done, and he understands that. So, look, man, I'm still confident that this Terry deal gets done. I'm not gonna lie, I would be lying if I wasn't still a little worried after, listening to Terry in this press conference. Because Terry genuinely sounded frustrated, disappointed in this press conference. Like, I've really never heard him sound like this ever before, really. Like, I feel like most of us haven't really heard him sound like this before, ever. And I really hope this deal gets done. I think it will get done. Like, I just can't imagine Terry on another team other than this team, right? And some people say that he may have, used this press conference as a tactic. Him and his agent may have done this as a tactic to apply more pressure to the organization, the front office, to speed up this process and get the deal done. And they say deadline spur action. Well, veterans have to report to the facility for training camp in exactly 1 week. And if Terry does not report, or I guess I should say, if a deal is not done by then Terry will not report, and his holdout will continue through training camp, and they'll just have to get a deal done and hope that Terry does return during training camp if they get a deal done, obviously, right? So hopefully it gets done by next week, but at this point, I'm not really sure if it does. Just by the way, Terry sounded in his press conference, by the way he spoke about the situation in his press conference. They haven't talked in a month, right? We'll see. They have enough time to get it done in a week, but I'm not sure if they will get it done or not. And I think we can all agree that this receiver core really can't survive without Terry. Like, trading Terry just wouldn't make sense at all to the team. But when you just look at the receiver core, outside of Terry, Debo, we all think, he's going to be really, really good for us, especially in Cliff's scheme, this offense. We think that Cliff is going to do a great job of using Debo. Then you have Noah Brown, who he got injured during mandatory minicamp, right? So we think he's good. He's been posting on his Instagram a whole lot. He was at an event, like a charity event, I'm pretty sure a week or two after he suffered the injury, and he looked just fine. He was walking and stuff, so he should be fine. But, he got banged up, right? And Noah Brown gets banged up every year. Then you have Luke McCaffrey, who I think he's going to take a bit of a step up this year, but he's still an unproven guy. You have rookie Jalen Lane. He's unproven, obviously, since he's a rookie. You have Michael Gallup. He just unretired. We signed him this offseason. It's not a guarantee that he makes the roster. Same with KJ Osborne, right? So, Noah Brown, Debo Samuel, they're cool, but Terry McLaurin is our top weapon, our top target on offense. And without him, not saying this offense completely goes bad, because obviously we still have Jaden, and Jaden can make it work with anyone, but we need Terry. And the point in bringing in Debo Samuel was to pair Terry up with a legit number 2 receiver and to get Jaden more weapons. So by subtracting one of his weapons, not just one of his weapons, but his top weapon, the Debo trade would kind of make no sense, right? So that's why I just don't see us not paying Terry, not keeping him there. Like, I don't see a world where he gets traded to another team. So that is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're not already subbed up. And turn on notifications. Comment down below your thoughts on Terry's presser today and the whole contract situation with Terry. Once again, I think a deal will get done. I'm just not sure if it'll get done by the time vets have to report to training camp, which is next week. But I still am confident that it will get done, just not by the deadline. I know Terry would like it to get done. So those are my thoughts. Again, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.